TV, Remo Ìjẹ̀bú Yewa Ẹ̀gbá.
As I introduce him, he's going to come up stage, and you remember we skipped the chairman's speech, so he has a short speech for us because he has another assignment he needs to be at this moment, just to make it honor and invitation. From the great Department of Mass Communication, jam your hands together for Dr. Larry, Mr. Oba Adeoye. Please welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Doctor, please a round of applause, a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir.
The HOD Political Science, my brother and senior colleague, Dr. Salami, the HOD ECHO, okay. Oh, sorry, Banking and Finance. You know, I run a bank account, but there's no money there, so I forget. So when you said a lot to me, and my dear brother, you're welcome, sir. Honestly speaking, great Nigerian students, I'm very sorry for coming late. It's always my pleasure to relate with. Oh, sorry. I see a few of my very dear brothers and sisters. Mrs. Toyin Ajibola, I recognize you. My dear brother there too. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name now. I recognize you. My one and only brother, Dr. Moni, I cite you, and I respect everybody here. I also have a very dear friend and brother, Mr. Oba Adeoye, all the way from Lagos Television, LTV Lagos. Thank you so much also. Now, this topic cannot be I think it's most ideal for this time. Nigeria's fourth democratic experience entered its 20th year this year. From May 29, 1999 to May 29, 2019, that's 20 years. And I'm sure that many of us seated here, particularly the students, will be between the ages of, let's say, 19, 20 to 24. So one of those things that you have not really experienced is to experience those times when we sleep at night and wake up in the morning to note that the president of Nigeria or the head of state has changed overnight. So anytime you hear martial music, you know that the next thing you hear is me and my fellow Nigerians, me and my friends in the military have taken over. But we thank God that all of a sudden, military intervention has become unfashionable, and not only in Nigeria, but also spreading like wildfire across the world. So democracy is catching up. But having said that, democracy is not perfect, but it appears to be the most acceptable form of governance, at least for now. But we must also note that when we talk about democracy, democracy has different shades. The kind of democracy that we practice in Nigeria is different from the democracy practiced in the UK. It's different from the one practiced in South Africa. South Africa is very close to that of the UK, parliamentary system. So, this kind of democracy is more party-oriented. When people vote, they vote for the party. And whatever the party wins is now calculated in terms of the number or the percentage that that party will hold in the legislature. And every member is appointed as a parliamentarian, and then a leader is appointed from the parliament to lead. The kind of democracy we practice in Nigeria is person-oriented. Let me use it that way. So if you are contesting to be a senator, it is not the party that funds your campaign. It is you who funds your own campaign. If you are contesting as a governor, the party does not fund your campaign, you fund your campaign yourself. And I can give you a picture. For you to be a governor of Ogun State, let us imagine that you are starting from the 236 wards, and then you have to conduct primaries. In the last election, I'm a political marketing scholar. I have my PhD in political marketing. So I focus on what happens around campaign and whatever. The former Ogun State governor was rooting for his own candidate. And at the end of the day, there were 3 different primaries. And at every point, the rumors that we had was that 500,000 was sent to each ward on 3 occasions. So if you put 500,000 in 236 wards, calculate the amount. In 3 instances, that means 1.5 times 236. Now, the rumor also is that the incumbent governor spent between 500 and 700 per ward. Okay? That is minus, on the day of the final. I'm coming, sir. Just, we understand what we're saying. That is the primary issue. That's even minus the one that you give critical leaders. Now, on the day of the real election, you have to mobilize every polling booth. And then you can imagine how much goes into mobilizing every polling booth. And then you see so many posters, you see so many radio adverts, they push around. I am sure that when you calculate how much is spent to get a governorship position in the state, we'll be talking close to billions. So, and like I said, different shades. If we ask you now that which is the best democracy, many of us will shout America, UK, whatever. Abi, how many of you know that as far back as when Al Gore contested to be president of America, there was rumor of electoral malpractice manipulation? How many of you know that the 2016 election that brought Donald Trump is also believed to have been manipulated? How many of you know that Clinton won the popular votes by several thousands, yet Donald Trump is the president of America because he won the electoral college? I stand to be corrected. The point of the electoral college, the implication is that some votes carry more weight than other votes. So the vote in Yenogua cannot be equated to the vote in Ogun State. So when the people in Lagos State vote, their vote in Lagos State is stronger than the vote of people in Agawe. And I ask, that is American democracy for you. But there's nothing wrong. My last point, Nigerians, we have our challenges. We will solve our challenges. America will not solve our challenges for us. UK will never solve our problems for us. We will have to solve our problems ourselves. And I tell you, my brothers and sisters, nothing do you. Tell the person sitting next to you. Nothing do you at all. 3 days ago, Professor was a guest of your department, Falola. Yesterday, Professor Falola gave a lecture at the PG conference in University of Lagos. And the highlight of what he said He said where he worked in the University of Texas, some programs there are rated number 1, number 2, or number 3 in the world. But that those programs are populated by Nigerian students. And the Nigerian students do extremely very, very well. To a point that the university management now begged them, Prof, go to Nigeria, go and bring Nigerian students for us. But you know the sad thing about us. We will now sit down, I will now say the standard of education in Nigeria is nothing to write home about. I did my PhD in South Africa. All right? I was the best PhD student in 2016. And I got 60,000 rand. But for crying out loud, I wasn't an A-grade student in Nigeria. I will not lie to you. I'm not an A-grade student in Nigeria. I struggle to be in the category of B-grade students. But I went to South Africa and I was a king. The lecturers and the students were asking, are you going to stay back so that you can be with us? I said, no, my students are waiting for me back home in Nigeria. And some of my students will bear witness. When I came back, I apologized to them. I said, I'm sorry. I used to think you people are dull, but I've seen people who are, what? Is it dollar or dollars? Thank you so very much.